Hello guys, welcome to Manager 14, past and present. And this episode I'm doing something a bit different. What I'm doing is I've made a classic legendary team, a team of champions. I'm putting it against a modern day team of champions. And for this one I haven't gone too far back in the past, but it is in the past, and it is a legendary team I grew up admiring. And it is AC Milan, and I've gone for the team they fielded for the Champions League final in 2003 against Juventus. Look at that team. Dida, Kaladze, Maldini, Nesta, Costacurta, Seedorf, Pirlo, Gattuso, Rui Costa, Shevchenko, Inzaghi. I want to put this team up against Bayern Munich, the current Champions League champions, and 10 years on and 10 years before. Who's going to win? 2003, 2013 champions? I don't know. Let me show you the players. I've made Dida. He was already in the game. I bulked him up a bit, made him a bit better. He had great distribution, a very physical keeper as well. Some of these attributes are going to be a bit off. I've based it on past Football Manager attributes as well, so don't criticise me too much. It is difficult to do. Hopefully you'll agree with me on a reasonable basis as well. And do bear in mind that Football Manager Editor does change the attributes a bit based on the potential ability and current ability you put. But here's Dida, the keeper I'm gone for. He played in goal in the Champions League final. An absolutely quality keeper. My favourite keeper of that time. A beast. And he was in that amazing Brazilian team. Absolute legend. Then I went for Costacurta. Do ignore the ages as well, because it means absolutely bugger all. I've just put it so they're not super old. I went for Costacurta. He was also a central midfield, central defender. They paid him right back in this final. He was a legend. He was quite old at this time, so I've made him a bit slow. He was much faster in his peak. So yeah, I've made these attributes as they were at the time, in my opinion. Still a quality player, an absolute legend for AC Milan. I don't know why he isn't a legend on the game. But if you're an AC Milan fan or a fan of Serie A, you know that guy was a great servant to AC Milan. On left back, I've got Kaladze, an absolute beast, an absolute demon, so defensive, also can attack, and he's just so strong, an absolute tank. Yet again, more of a central defender, but he did play on the left. AC Milan like playing a very narrow game. All these players are central. They all like playing in the middle, so it's very, very narrow. And then look at this partnership in defence. Paolo Maldini, an absolute legend. Probably should have been higher than that. A very good centre-back. And then also Alessandro Nesta, another beast. Very, both of them could pass the ball as well. They were very good on the ball as well as defensively. And they were absolutely tanks. Both very strong, very tall, and very pacey as well in their prime. Two very good centre-backs. One of the biggest pairings I admired so much. Maldini and Nesta. 126 attributes for Italy from Maldini. 78 from Alessandro Nesta. Just absolutely great players. Maldini's the captain of this team. Maldini, I think, is the best player in this team. One of the best centre-backs I've honestly ever seen. A great centre-back. Could also play on the left as well. I think I should have made his attributes better, but he's valued at 50 million, so his current ability is pretty good. And Football Manager Editor, they do make the attributes so that it matches the ability you've put down. And I think it's the mental attributes I've given him and the physical attributes. They're outstanding, so they've had to balance it out a bit. An absolute beast of a defender, a great leader. In this midfield, absolutely outstanding as well. Gattuso. If anything, he's probably a bit overrated, I think. I never really rated him that much as a central midfielder, but he was still an absolute beast, and he was a fantastic servant for AC Milan. He was there from 1999 till 2012, so he was definitely a good player if they kept him for that long. He was just the bulldog who just breaks up the opposition's play. Very good aggression, bravery, just jumping to every tackle. Sometimes known for his lack of discipline, but hopefully that won't be a problem in this game against Bayern Munich. An absolute world-class player. Apparently, I'm not too sure I agree with it, but Clarence Seedorf, he's a player I definitely think is a legend. Went to AC Milan now to be a head coach, manager. So he was definitely considered a legend here. Yet again, a legendary player. Can drop deep as well, and he can attack very good as well. At this stage of his career, I don't think he was peak. I think he sort of peaked as he was a bit older. And I think he's a good player. You know, he's a good player. I still think, yet again, I think this player's attributes don't do him justice. But look at the value, 30 million. So his current ability must be pretty good. Very good player. And then this boy, Andrea Pirlo. Lowered him down a little bit, but made his dribbling a bit higher, his movement a bit higher. Outstanding player. Another Italian legend, 102 caps. So you know he was an absolute beast for Italy. Amazing player. And then this guy. A lot of people have forgotten about this guy, but he was a beast. An absolute beast of a passer. Amazing flair. He deserves that 20 flair. He was 30 at this time, so he sort of lost his pace. But still got decent pace. You know, 13 acceleration isn't bad. He played behind the two strikers, which were Inzaghi and Shevchenko. Shevchenko, based on his previous football manager attributes, an absolute tank. He used to play on the left sometimes. Very good at coming deep. Good passer of the ball. Went to Chelsea and it failed. You know, some say he should have stayed at AC Milan. I think he should have done. An outstanding AC Milan player and beast, an absolute beast. Scored so many goals in his time. Legend. And then this guy, Filippo Inzaghi. Probably quite underrated as well. He only got 57 caps. Only 57 caps. That's an amazing to get when you consider Del Piero was around at the time. Totti, just so many great players at the time. And amazing striker. There's his attributes for you. A great finisher he really was, and he was very good off the ball apparently. I can't remember too much of Inzaghi, but I knew he was a legend. So that AC Milan team is absolutely unstoppable. I haven't done the subs. There would have been Rivaldo in there as well, which would have been quite unstoppable. But I'm going to use the current AC Milan players on the bench. So Balotelli might come on to play alongside Inzaghi. You might see the likes of Kaká and Robinho playing alongside the likes of Pirlo, Rui Costa and Seedorf. Well, they probably did. They played alongside Pirlo and Seedorf. Just a great team. But they're going to be facing Bayern Munich, Pep Guardiola's current team. Arguably the best team in the world at the moment, narrowly with them and Barcelona. I think Barcelona is still the best team by quite a way, but that's to be debated. Let me know in the comments who do you think's better at the moment, Bayern Munich or Barcelona. They're going up against Bayern Munich's current team. So it's the current Champions League winners against the 2003 Champions League winners. Let me know who you think will win. The episode will be up in about a week's time, just under a week's time I'd say. So stay tuned, subscribe if you want to see the match. And leave your prediction who will win. Who's going to score, who's going to be the man of the match. Let me know guys. God, it's going to be a big one. I'll see you later guys. Bye. Bye.